I need to tell them about how I got into this nursing school. I need to tell my testimony, okay? My testimony needs to be said, okay? So here we are. Here we go.
Yes, please.
Hello, my dears. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Nubiareine, and on today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I got accepted into the University of Maryland School of Nursing program. So let me just give you a little background about my higher education experience before, entering this program. So I started off in community college. Now, when I was in community college, I intentionally made sure that I did not take any science courses because at that time, I was a pre-med major. And foreshadowing something that you will hear later on in the video, the reason why I did that is because I knew that some medical schools don't take credits from community colleges. From there, I transferred over to a private school called Washington Adventist University, WAU, where I ended up deciding switching my major from pre-med to nursing. It came to a time where I had to apply to different nursing schools. I applied to 3. I applied to the one at WAU, at Washington Adventist University. I applied to another one through Towson University, and then I applied to University of Maryland School of Nursing. Those were the 3 ones that I applied. And I'm gonna be honest with you, right? When you're applying to programs, you usually have the one that you're gonna get into. You have the one that you're just like, okay, it's a good program, it'll be nice to get into. And you have the one that you are hoping, praying, fasting that you will get into. Let me rank them for you. WAU, I'm not gonna lie, I knew I was gonna get in. Simple. Towson, I was like, it'll be nice to get in there. They have a good program. That'll be a nice place to go to. University of Maryland was the fasting, the praying, the visuals, that was happening for that one. So when the application results came in, right, I got into WAU, we thank God. Now for Towson had something different. Towson said that, hey, before you could actually apply to our nursing program, you have to be a student here first. So then I had to decide, do I transfer over to Towson and then reapply to the program to see if I get in? And then University of Maryland School of Nursing, theirs was kind of different because when I submitted my application submission, I missed the fall, so I had to apply for the spring. So I had gotten 1 answer and 2 maybes that was unsure of if I would actually get into their program. So I knew honestly that I wanted to be a part of a nursing school that would actually challenge me, that I'll be surrounded by people who will encourage me, not only encourage me, but will engage with me to actually do my best. Iron sharpens iron. I was ready for it. So I ended up transferring out of WAU and going to Towson. Now, even though I'm at Towson for the fall semester, I was not in their program because I had to be a student before I could actually apply to their program. So then what ended up happening is that I was there for the fall semester waiting for the results whether I got into the Towson program or the University of Maryland program. Now, the results came in for Towson first. Unfortunately, I was not accepted into their program. And so here am I in limbo as a regular, Towson student. What am I gonna do? But I was like, I told my mom, I was like, I'm putting it in God's hands. I know University of Maryland is really hard to get into, but by faith, I'm believing that God got me. Yeah. Later on, I don't know, a few weeks later, Maryland had also emailed me and I wanted to scream vigorously. I wanted to be jumping up and I wanted to even do another exercise right there and then. And the first person I called was my boo thing, and I told him, I was like, babe, I got in. I was so excited because, like, yo, like, I didn't get into Towson, but I got into University of Maryland, one of the top 10 nursing schools in the nation. Okay. I was uber excited. I called my boyfriend. We were talking. I was like, Jesus did it. He loves me. He knows my name. Oh my gosh. After speaking to him, I called my mom and told her the news, and we were all so very, very happy. Yeah, that didn't last for long. Cause I actually got my acceptance letter in the mail. And I was like, okay, this is it. I get, you know, one of those stickers I could put in the back of my car. Yeah. So not only was the acceptance letter in that envelope, but a contingency letter was in that envelope as well. So they were like, yeah, we're not taking 2 of the classes that you took at MC, so you need to do that again. At that point, it was like almost the end of the fall semester. And basically they were saying, if you don't get this done, you won't be able to come into our nursing program in the spring. I was like, hold up. How am I going to do this? How is this possible? Who is offering winter classes? What do I need to do? Towson wasn't offering winter classes that I needed. WAU wasn't offering winter classes that I needed. I'm like, where else am I going to apply to in such a quick moment to, like, get this done? And I was talking to the advisor at University of Maryland, and she was like, you know, try the online colleges. So I got into the online University of Phoenix. And at that time, it was like mid-fall, almost close to the end of the fall semester. So I'm taking 6 more credits on top of my original, you know, credits I was taking. So overall, in that time frame between the end of fall semester going into the winter break semester, I was taking 21 credits. Not to add the dreadful, horrific ergo-chem class that was stealing my soul. It was extremely difficult. I'm not even gonna lie. And just trying to find, first of all, I had to remind myself, trying to find an online university that will transfer, and like, that in itself, by God's grace, I was able to find Phoenix University, you know? And by God's grace, they offered the classes that I needed. So I was like, God, you would have not brought me this far just to leave me stranded. I am believing and I'm trusting in you. I'm going to get through this semester no matter what happens. What is mine in Jesus' name. What God has ordained and destined for you, no one could touch it. No one could skew it. It is yours. The only one who could get in the way of God's blessing and destiny for your life is yourself. And me, I was like, God, please, I am accepting your destiny for me. I am accepting your will for me. You did not bring me here this far to leave me stranded. And I believe and I trust in you that I will get through this. And God willing, I was able to finish. And I was able to finish with flying colors. You know, I got an A in one and I got a B+ in another. So it was like, bet, you know, what's next? What's next? And so I submitted my transcripts over to University of Maryland, and they were like, okay, great. So welcome to the School of Nursing. And so that is my acceptance story. There were a lot of highs and lows and wibbles and wobbles, but we thank God that I actually got into it. God is great. Period. Yeah, so that is my acceptance story. I am literally so happy I was able to share that with you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys for coming back. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.